Hey everybody, today we're going to do a quick video here. We're just going to do an oil change on the motorhome. This is going to apply to most vehicles, but the motorhome specifically, some people are hesitant just because of the nature of the commercial style vehicle. So we're working on a 2011 Coachmen Freelander. It's a 25-foot motorhome. It's on a Ford E-350 chassis with the gas V10 engine. So we're just going to do a quick video, and as you can see, I'm in a crowded driveway here with another motorhome parked right in front of it. So we're going to do this with all 4 tires, well, all 6 tires on the ground. Not going to lift it up or anything, just crawl under there and get right to work. Let's get started. All right, step 1. We're going to go ahead and pop the hood right here. Next step, let's check the oil. Dipstick is way down here. A little bit dirty. This one has about 4,000 miles on it, as I recall. And let's see where we're at. Still at the full mark. Everything's good there. Just below that. Just a little bit dark. Doesn't smell of gas or anything like that, so we're good. And I'm just going to put the dipstick in here and let it hang. Alright, the materials you need for this, pretty easy stuff. You need a drain pan for the old oil. We need ratchet. We'll need a socket, so just brought my whole set, but in this case I'm pretty sure it's a 16 millimeter. You may need an oil filter wrench. Definitely going to need some of those. Optional is a new gasket for the drain plug, some brake parts cleaner just in case we make a mess, and if you're like me laying on a uneven surface here on these wood chips, piece of old scrap cardboard for comfort. And don't forget your safety glasses. Alright, this is where it's going to get fun with the filming angle. So, got my drain pan, got my wrenches I need, and I got my cardboard. And we just shimmy on under this vehicle. Hopefully I'm doing okay on a filming angle here. So we're going to check the filter here first, see if we can get it off by hand. And no such luck. So grab our filter wrench and we'll just twist that right off of there. Make sure our pan is right under it. There we go. It's going to drop some of this excess oil. Sometimes it just comes right off in your hand because it's slippery. Grab ourselves a paper towel, clean up. Today we are working with a Mobil 1 oil filter. It was on sale, great price. Got some Valvoline Restore and Protect 5W20. This was recommended to me by a friend of mine, so I wanted to give it a shot. For this rig we need 6 quarts of it. So I got the 5-quart jug, one other. And we're gonna go ahead and get the new filter installed. We got the old one off. So let's get started on that. Definitely need both hands for this. Since this filter is mounted vertically like so, I like to go ahead and just pre-fill it with a little bit of oil. There's some debate whether or not you have to pre-fill an oil filter. Go ahead and let me know down below what you've been taught, if at all. I was always taught to pre-fill it, let it soak in, saves you a couple extra seconds on that first fire up. And that oil is soaking in pretty quickly. We'll take a little bit of that. Get some on the gasket right here. And time to climb back under the rig. What do you think? How am I doing with these point of view shots? Is it working for you? All right, time to roll down under there on the cardboard like a turtle on my back. Hopefully you can see all right. We're gonna clean off the mounting location where the filter goes, right here on the oil cooler. Just make sure there's no excessive gunk or the old rubber gasket's not still stuck to it. Doing pretty good. And then we'll take the new filter and find your threads, and it just spins right on. And once we are snug down on the gasket, we'll tighten it up about half turn to a full turn, just until that gasket is nice and compressed. Don't want to over tighten these, just by hand. There we go. You got to do the dad thing, wiggle it, make sure that's not going anywhere. All right, next we are going to pull the drain plug while we're down here. Scooch the filter out of the way so we don't have any excessive splatter. You want to make sure when you're worrying this thing loose that you don't smash your knuckles on the undercarriage here. Scooch this out of the way just so I have some leverage. There we go. And we're just going to try to yank this thing loose. There it goes. Got it. Get your pan back under here. We got hung up. Not quite there yet. That thing is awful tight. Most of the time these just spin freely. Alright. Do the rest of the way by hand. And ta-da! So, take the drain plug bolt, make sure it's nice and cleaned off. We're going to take it up top with us, and we're going to let that drain for a few minutes. It takes a little while. While that drains down below, we make sure that our drain plug bolt's in good shape. Looks pretty good, and there is no gasket on these. so I may not need those, but I have other vehicles I can use them on. So we'll clean that off real good, make sure it's in good shape. If these are ever torn up, go to the auto parts store, get a new one. But while the oil pan is draining, we're gonna have a sip of our cold beverage. Gotta stay cool and hydrated out here. And we're back underneath the rig. We're just about done draining. It's just dripping, so no point in letting it go any farther than that. Get our drain plug bolt threaded back in. And then we'll snug this down. This seems to be those last 2 or 3 threads that are biting. I think on the next oil change I'll replace that. Yep. And get that snugged in. Just snug. There is a torque spec for these, but 90% of people changing oil aren't going to use that. So we'll wipe that off. And if you get any residual oil mess or anything on there, a little spritz of brake clean. Cleans that right off. Alright. Filter's tight, drain plug's tight. We're going to scooch this drain pan out of here. So we are done underneath the rig for now. And back up top, get our funnel in there. Crack open our fresh jug of oil. And get to pouring. And that is it. Got all 6 quarts loaded up in the engine. So we are good to go. So now we're going to get the funnel out, get this all done, and then we got to check our level, make sure we're topped off. Let's see where we're at. It's hard to see when it's so clean, but we're just above that full mark. But once we crank it over, fire it up, that will drop right back down as it pumps the oil up and through it. So we are good to go. Now, all we have to do is clean up our mess. I've got the filter draining out into the pan. To get all the oil out of this, we're just going to go ahead and punch a hole in the top of that. It'll drain all of that out. So make sure that you recycle the oil and the filter according to your local regulations. For me, luckily, our garbage service will pick up used oil and filters and recycle them for us. We just leave them out next to the bins every week. All right, it is cleanup time. Alright, we've got all the used oil packed into the old jug there. We're all empty, cleaned it all up. So now, all we got to do is put everything away, get this set out by the garbage bins because tomorrow's garbage day. They'll come and pick that up for recycling. And then next, we have to, enjoy our cold beverage, of course. Get everything buttoned back up in here, and then we'll fire it up, get underneath, check for leaks, but that's it. We're done now. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know, are these how-to videos helpful? Do you find them entertaining? Do you have any questions? I'm just filming what I do normally day to day, you know, working on this thing, that thing, a thing over there, projects here, projects there. There's always something to do around here. Like I said, if you found it helpful, great. If you found it entertaining, also great. You didn't get to see me crawling around like a turtle on my back underneath the rig here, so you should be thankful for that. That's fun. So let me know down below if you have any questions, comments, concerns. If these things are helpful to you. The next thing we're going to work on, we got to change headlight bulbs in this same rig, so I'm going to go ahead and do that if that's something you need to know. Again, thank you for watching. If I have earned it, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. Have a great day, everybody.